There's my Dundee Award for somebody out there in YouTube land. Uh, I haven't named the award yet. But it'll be something, funny. I should start my own award, you know. We'll see if this catches on. The Dundee Award. That's off The Office. If you ever watched that comedy show, The Office. All right, let me. There's my crazy world spin around. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna do a sketch. What I want to do on here today. If you've been watching my videos lately, I've been practicing my trees. So watch. I'm gonna lay out a quick sketch with a knife. There's a lot of different ways you can do start your painting. Here's one. So I'm going to have the horizon kind of low. So my tree kind of goes up into the sky. And then I'm going to have like a river sneaking down here through here. And we'll have it start small back here. I have some land on this side here. Just a quick sketch, nothing fancy, just so I know where the water's going to be in the land here. And I'll have a nice tree trunk here with my, probably going to do a couple trees, some pink ones, but this one's going to be dominantly that, like a Japanese maple leaf tree. And today, guess what? I'm gonna do it in burnt umber first with black instead of green, so the leaves will look more brown underneath. It'll go better with the burgundy color, the reddish color. Let me get started. I'll do the sky first, just in blue. I'm blue and gray. Then I'll put the land in, the water. Watch, I'll just put the first layer of paint down real quick, real easy. This is all I have on my palette. I got burnt umber, yellow ochre, yellow red. This is that special red, deep violet, red violet. Sap green with black. This is black and white and blue. I'm not sure what blue it was. It was primary cyan blue. So what I'm going to do is mix a little white. Oops, I got to get some water real quick. Hold on. Good morning, everybody. I figure I'd start the day off with this simple painting. I've got to do my mom's painting soon. I got to do a picture of the island there in California. It's so early in the morning I can't think. So I'm just going to mix some white and some of that blue on my palette. You get a light blue. I'll try and give you some tips along the way. I'm just really just painting so you can see some of the styles I do. One tip for if you're going to start doing landscapes, you can either have a dark sky like grays, or if you do a blue sky, start off with some light color. You want to mix, because if you use that blue right out of the tube, I know a lot of new artists, they're not into mixing paint. They want to use the color right out of the tube, but you can't do that. You gotta put something in it, because then it'll be too dark up here. They recommend like 5% white to, you know, here's my color chart here. It's the color mixing guide. Because if I didn't put white in this color, it's really dark, and the colors are meant to mix. See, now I can put some of that dark in there to maybe put a vignette around the corners here, like this. So part of the painting process is a lot of mixing, You can mix it either on the canvas like I'm doing, or mix it on your palette. And I want to get lighter. I want to get lighter as I come down with a lighter blue. So I added a little more white to it. Real simple. This is a small painting. This is a 12 by 16, I believe. Yeah, 12 by 16. So it shouldn't take that long. And it's just going to be my first morning picture of the day. I still got to eat breakfast. I went and got some coffee from my coffee shop that I go to in Magnolia. The Magnolia Village. It's pretty much, it's a nice little area here in Seattle. It's off the main path. There's no traffic comes through us because we're like almost like on an island, kinda. It looks like an island, but it's not. It's connected, so none of the main traffic comes through our village, and our village is more like some of the streets don't even have stop signs. So it's pretty cool. It's like living in a small town. And we don't have any big industry here, so we don't get much people coming here. All we have is like restaurants and bars. There's nothing here really to draw anybody from Seattle, except the state parks here. That's pretty cool. The Discovery Park. It's a really cool place to go and check out nature. Now, here's where you could take some of that darker blue now and just put some streaks in here and blend it into the sky. I'm going to try and cheat right now and put some clouds in here, distant clouds, while it's wet. Now, acrylic paint dries really fast, so you got to do this while you're working on the sky. You can't do it later. So there. See how I got some darker colors in there that kind of look like clouds. So I'll do more clouds once I get the tree in here. Very good. It's going to come out pretty good. It's just going to be a tree here. That's all with water. So I'm going to put my groundwork in here. I want it to be grass. So since I'm going to have a nice tree, we'll have it sitting in some grass. I'm trying to mix some greens up with some blue, yellow, and let me make a horizon here. Kind of going to go straight across for now. And then I'll edge my river here. This is called, if you want to name this is called blocking in the color. I'm blocking it in with one tone, and then I'll change the tones here like I did the sky. This is a fun way to paint. I don't always paint like this, but this is one way to get it done. So I have layers of paint on top of, usually put the dark color down first here. And just kind of blend it down or smooth it. There's my horizon. I'm not going to have, I don't think I'm going to have anything in the back. I just want it to look like a distant grass going in the back. And I'm going to put the same color over here. On this side of the river. Just block it in with the color. Looks like I might have a rock here. All right, there we go. It's starting to look like a painting now. Now back here, I'm going to rinse my brush off. I've pretty much used the same brush for all this, getting the first layer down. I'm putting a little white on my brush, and I'm going to lighten up the grass back here. Just take some white and blend it in the back of the grass field there. Very good. And then now I'm going to grab a little darker green and start making some of this grass in the front a little darker. This is sap green. I'm going to put a shadow down here right now with, this is sap green. So I'm just going to put it in here and get a dark shadow going in this part of the grass because my tree is going to be right here. So it'll look like I already have a shadow underneath the tree. Just like that. And I'm going to put a little brown dirt down here. Maybe these will end up being like rocks over here. Same thing over here. We'll put a little burnt umber. And we'll make some rocks there. All right, there I got the, I got to do the water. So the water is going to be blue, just like the sky. I'll put a touch of black in it. Touch of black to dull it down a bit. Same thing with the river, just block it in, and I'll change the color as I go. I try and put the river in horizontal because it ends up looking more like water. I want it to come from way back here. Wow, it's already looking good. I think it's going to look really good. Got a little bit too much water on my brush, so I'll have to do this section in a little bit when it dries. All right, let me put my tree trunk in now. I'm going to use an angle brush for my tree trunk. I'm using burnt umber. But I put a little black in it just so it's dark. So I'm going to have a big tree right here, more in the middle here. Maybe closer down to the water, the trunk. And then just kind of going straight up here. I'm just getting an idea of a trunk right now. Very good. That looks good. Very good. This almost looks like it could be a waterfall here now, doesn't it? But make a waterfall. That looks cool. See how things just happen for a reason? So I might just put a waterfall in there. All right, so now I'm going to put a nice tree up here with burnt umber. Basically going to be, this is all dry now, so I should be able to put color on top of it. Let's see if I got someone watching. Let's see who it is. I don't have my phone on. Well, hello, whoever it is. How you doing? So my friend sent me a tree. Let me see if I can find it. That's down in her neck of the woods. Oh, it's on the text. Let me open up her text. I'll show you. She wanted me to paint this tree. I'll kind of show you it. I'll probably do it just like, see how full that tree is? The one in the front, the red one. I'm not going to put that green thing in the back, but that's how I want to do this tree. It's more spread out, okay? So the trunk's here. It actually goes way over to here. And it goes way over to here. I'm going to put it in with the top part. Actually, what it does, it comes down a little here and then goes up here. And then it starts slowly coming down here. And it has some there we go. That's going to be the shape of the tree. So now let's just paint it in with some dark brown. Okay, this is burnt umber with black in it. It's going to be our undertone. This color also works good if you want to make this tree. Yellow ochre. This brown is awesome for the underpaint because then the browns show through pretty good with the yellow. So this, I'm not trying to make the tree look good yet. This is just the undercolor of it, okay? I kind of just drew it with this burnt umber. And I'm hoping it turns into a Japanese maple tree, which I think it will. There we go. Doesn't that look cool? It just happened to be that I got some of the horizon sky underneath it. That looks pretty good. Just worked out that way. My trunk got a little bit big down here. That's all right. That's okay. Let me see if I can finish my water now. Yeah. Let me get a sip of my Uptown Espresso. Here's the place where I go. I go here pretty much every day. The coffee's going up and up and up. I used to pay like $6 for this with the tip. Then it went up to $7. Now it's like $8.49 with a dollar tip. Pretty soon it's going to be $10. And that's when I start buying my own chocolate and make my own coffee at home. $10 for a coffee. All right, well, some kind of river here. Since the river looks kind of straight here, I think I'll put up like a waterfall right in here. It'll look cool. It'll add to the painting because the painting, I mean, it's going to be such a simple painting with we'll put rocks here, cool clouds, and a waterfall, and maybe a few bushes. So I think it'll turn out all right. Let me put I'm going to put the chat on now. I don't really need this picture anymore. I just wanted it for the shape. Uh, there I am, live, painting a tree by a stream. Yep, that's right. Let me zoom it in more. I just saw that it's not really zoomed in. Here we go. Give you a better shot of it. I think that looks better. All right, so now we got 2 people in here watching. Hola. Hello to myself. Trying to get more viewers. Trying to get YouTube to help me. The algorithm. I got to tell the algorithm how much I like it. YouTube, your algorithm is awesome. Maybe if I talk to the algorithm, it'll send my videos out more to more people. Pretty soon, yeah, that algorithm's going to be like a real person with all this AI stuff, you know. I have an AI app. It's called, you can ask it to do a landscape for you. You say you want a mountain, a river, and with some trees in the forest, and then you punch it in, and within like 3 seconds, it gives you a landscape that quick. But it doesn't look. I mean, you could tell it's computer generated. I want it to look like fog back here under the tree. I'm just putting some white in there. It'll soak in. I'll probably line the back of the horizon with something to make it straight. Right now, I'm trying to do something with the grass because I probably won't want to work on it later. So lighten it up now while I'm thinking about it. That looks pretty good. All right, cool. It's a cool looking trunk so far. Let me put some color on here. This is the color I'm going to use. Now, let me show you this color if you're a new artist. This is, I'm using all Amsterdam paint. I'm going to lighten some things up a little more, but this is called Red Violet, okay, by Amsterdam. It's right there. I'm going to mix some black in it first, okay. Let me show you how I do it so you get an idea. Take a little black. Just start off with just a little bit on the tip of a knife and put it in there. It's going to really make it look really cool. All right, I'm going to take half of it over here now. You don't really need that much for the underpaint, so I'm going to put a little more black in a little bit here. There we go. So I'm going to put that up now. This is the dark color now. It has black in it. And let's just fill this tree in now with this color. It's going to be our new underpaint. The burnt umber color was just to draw it. Okay. Block it in with this color. If you get some different tones, go ahead and leave them. It's a really cool color. There we go. Look at that. That looks amazing already. Wow. Look how cool that red is, man. It's like a deep, rich. It's even darker than blood. It's like I really like that color. Because I mean, I don't like putting red in my paintings, but if it's like a violet red, I like it. Man, that looks so wicked already. I'm going to show you a little trick I do, okay, on how to put the branches on that tree before you put the lighter color on next. We're going to have about 1, 2, maybe 3 more layers of paint going on this to make it look like a tree, okay? Probably 3 more. Yep, 3 more layers. While that's drying, I'm gonna edge my water now, okay? Let's get this water looking, the edge of the water looking good. Some of these edges here. Just use like a darker green than what's down there. This is a angle brush. You can use any brush for here. I'm just trying to get the edge to look a little sharper. I think that's good enough. All right, good. All right, so what I'm going to do here on the tree, I'm going to get a fan brush. I got to go to the art store today and find some more of these fan brushes. This is an oil fan brush, okay, for oil paint, but it works good on acrylic, okay? Now, I'm just putting a little white on it, just a little bit of white, and it's going to be a little wet. It's just a wet brush with white on it, and I'm going to put my shapes in here right now. I want a shape right in the middle. So it looks like this part in the middle is closer to us, okay? And I'm just going to kind of highlight it right now. This is how this is how I do it. And then I can see I'm going to have some light hitting up here on this one. And some over here on the side, of course. And then we'll have one here, one here, one here. And I'm going to leave the bottom, the bottom's going to stay dark. I don't know if you can see that, but I see it. This is going to be in the front, sticking out closer to us. All these are going to be more like going around to the back side. Okay. That looks good. I really like it. I'll show you at the end. I'll put leaves around the edge. You just got to touch it like this. See how it leaves like indication of leaves coming off the side. All right, the next color. The next color is going to be a bright red, okay? And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I might as well turn this into a how-to video. So here's that first color I used for the tree. It's got black in it. Now this next color I pulled out. It's a little lighter. Let's take a little of that. And now this is actually red here. I'm going to take a little of the red first and mix it in here. It's going to be almost the same color, but it's going to be brighter now. And it's going to go on the tree next. Okay. First the dark, then this one. Same way, we're going to use the fan brush. Try to make sure your fan brush is dry. You don't want to put any wet paint up here now. So I'm going to do my first branch in the middle here first, where I think I want this one to stand out in the front. And then I'll do this top one here. The sides. Very good. Wow, look at that. It's really coming together. See all my shady stuff in there still? Underneath each, I call them clumps, but I don't know what to call them. You can make these things as big as you want or as small as you want, okay? The next color is going to be like a pink color, okay? While that's drying, I'm going to put some with sap green. I'm going to put a few bushes in here. Around the water. This is going to be a rock. I think I'm going to put a waterfall right here. So watch how I do that. I'm going to rinse the brush off. I'm going to use a fan brush and put the waterfall right here. So get some white, bright white, right out of the tube, titanium white. This brush might be a little too rough, but you just draw it down just a little. Try and keep it straight. Just like that. That's enough. You don't want to like overdo it. That's going to drop our water level down in here somewhere. So I have to put a rock right here and a rock right here. I'll show you how I do that. We'll use a angle brush. We'll just use an angle brush and use, I'm going to use gray to put it in. Like a dark gray. Because this is going to end up being like a rock. Because we lowered the water down here now, so we got to put a ledge here, okay? Just like that. See how that works? Doesn't that look cool? I'm turning a simple painting of a tree and I'm trying to add more things to it to make it look more interesting. I think when I put my clouds in here, it's going to look pretty cool. Hey, who do we got in here? Daniel. Oh yeah, I wait for it to dry. Sometimes I'll push it in there when it's wet, but today I'm waiting for it to dry. I'm trying to think of things to do here while this is drying. So I said I was going to make these rocks here, so I'm going to go ahead and darken them up a little bit, and then I'll put some color on them. make some cool rocks here. You can use any color underneath the dark, make it dark first. And I want to make some rocks over here, so darken this up. There we go. That's going to look cool. All right, I'm on to the tree again. Get the fan brush. So I'm going to make a lighter red now. So I'm basically going to use that same red I just used, and then I'm going to put a little white in it, okay, to lighten it up. Where's my white? It's all Amsterdam paint. You don't have to use. You can mix your paints if you want. Like if you have Liquitex, you can mix them together. All right, so here's a light. This is going to be a lighter color than the last one, okay? Keep in mind I'm still practicing my trees, so they're not, I'm not the best at these yet. So we're going to make the main tree in the front here. This one's going to be the one that looks like it's in the front. And then I'll have, let's see, I'm going to fix this one to make it longer in the back here. We want to keep dark over here because my light's going to be coming from the right. So you want to keep some dark on the very edge as well of the tree. And of course, underneath, you want to leave it dark. All right, wow. Man, look at that. See how it's taking shape now? I can see another clump I want right here to make this one look like it's round. You know what I mean? This one doesn't look round enough. There we go. Look at that color though, man. Wow. That's looking like a cool tree. That's a picture of a tree my friend sent me. It's like right down the street from her house. I can see what I need to do. I need to extend a branch to these here. Let me get my angle brush. I'm kind of taking my time on this one because this is not usually the paintings I do all the time. But it's fun. It's really fun to do. There we go. I like that. Man, it's taking shape. I have to redo my colors again on here. But man, that's a nice trunk. I think that's probably the best trunk I've done so far. That tree looks pretty amazing already. Now, all it needs now is some lighter color on the highlight spots of that tree, okay? But I'm going to let it dry a little bit. I can work on the rocks right now while we're waiting for that to dry. Yeah, so you could either do this wet on wet. It's still wet. If you want to push the white in there now, you can as well. But I'm going to let it rest on top. That's what's cool about acrylic paint. You can do it. You can do it a lot of different ways. I will get by. Bit, bit, bit. the the friend I play with, Lisa, in the band, I was never like a big Deadhead person, so I don't even really know any Grateful Dead songs except that "I Will Survive" song. So we started working on that one. So Lisa and I, we do a lot of shorts of like classic rock songs on our YouTube channel, and somebody used one of our songs. It was a Traveling Wilbury song. So I guess they're showing up in the shorts. You know, if you make a short, you can pick music. So somebody picked our 30-second song of a cover tune, believe it or not. I don't know how they can do that. Well, we're not even allowed to use the song, you know, because it's copyright, but they can use it. So I don't understand all YouTube. All right, there's some rocks. Those look pretty cool. I can't wait till the end of the month. I get to go out and try and sell some of these, actually. It's going to be fun. It's pretty easy. You just gotta, you set up your tent and put a few signs up. Have a few tables. Put all your paintings out and hopefully you get some sales. This one's becoming a lot of work, a lot of detail work here on these rocks. I just wanted to do a simple tree, a tree with grass and clouds, and look at this, man. This looks like would be a good one to hang like in a hallway or something. It's pretty small. It's a 12 by 16. But man, if you like Japanese maple trees, this is a good one. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Let me see where I am on here. I'm coming up on an hour. I'm coming up on an hour already, and I still got my horizon looks kind of terrible. None of the grass is really done yet. I guess I gotta, let me darken up the shadow a little. That's pretty easy to do. Uh, looks cool. Extend it out a little here. All right, there's my shadow under the tree. That's where you'd be sitting, reading your book. Hey, I'm so glad I got a few people watching here. I know, what is it, Friday morning, so everybody's probably at work right now, I'm thinking. So if you're watching, you're probably at work watching on your computer. This is coming out pretty good, man. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Like, I'll just put white clouds up in the sky and just leave it these colors so the tree kind of stands out on its own. So I'll probably make some yellow ochre bushes here. Like, I might change these to yellow. That's it. I don't want to get too many other colors in there, so because I want the red to show out on this one. I mean, it already does, but it's like I really like that tree. We got them here in Magnolia, but I guess they're not. Uh, they weren't here. I think they brought them over from Japan. So, what do they call that when something is native, native to the area? We do have magnolia trees that are native to Magnolia. That's why this is called Magnolia, where I live. Magnolia is an awesome place, man. It's I was talking about it earlier on the live here. We're kind of like in our own little area because the traffic doesn't go through Magnolia. We're off by the water, almost like on an island. There's only two ways to get into Magnolia: across the Magnolia Bridge or down Dravis. There's one other road. That's it. So if there's ever a crime here, they'll block the end of the bridge and then they'll go block Dravis, and then they got the person is trapped here in Magnolia. They can't get out. They only have to block two areas. I think that'll work. That's not going to take away from the color of the tree. I'll make those yellow ochre. Very good. All right, I'm going to do the clouds, and then I'll put some white on the tree, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I got to finish the water too. So I kind of want streaky clouds in here today. So after this, I'm gonna eat some breakfast and then go to Dick Blick's and get some new oil fan brushes, because these fan brushes, this brand works the best for me. It's I think it's a Simply Simmons, but It's a certain fan brush. It's a number 2 oil fan brush. I wore it down, but that's why I keep using it. It's like it does the bushes good. It does the clouds good. It does evergreen trees good. I mean everything. You can use it for a lot of different things. There we go. That's almost the perfect uh, style cloud for this painting. I kind of like it. They're like those clouds that are blowing. These clouds, you know, sometimes you get these cumulus clouds that kind of just sit there. They sit there a lot longer in the sky, but I like these ones that are like streaking across too. All right, that's enough. That's enough clouds. If you like the way this blue streak looks in here, you could go back and watch the beginning how I got these blue streaks in there when I was putting the sky in originally. I like my new liner brush. It makes the birds really nice and crisp, I would say. Uh, if you get a fat liner brush like I had, your birds are going to look kind of. I've got a lot of paintings where I shouldn't have used that liner brush, and the birds came out looking pretty bad. So when you do birds, you want to make sure your liner brush is really thin, and you got to get the paint on there just right as well. So a lot of times you can practice here first and put a branch in to see if your brush is the paint is coming off the brush in a right way. Run a few branches first and then do your birds. Okay. Sometimes you don't load the brush up right. And I'm putting this in water first, in the water, and then I'm grabbing the paint. So it's kind of like there's also, I haven't tried it yet. You can buy Liquitex in a liquid form. I don't have it here, but it's already mixed down like water, and I think that would work better. But I don't know where I put that stuff. All right, I'm going to put the white on the tree now. Hopefully it comes out good. Although I kind of like the way, I'm going to put pink on there first, not white. Pink, okay? The white is going to be too bright right now. So the next color, I'll show you. So here's the last color I put up was right here. So now I'm going to add a little more white to it. If you want to do like trees like this, I mean, I started with the dark, then I went to the next, then the next, and then now pink. So I got a subscriber, Ed. He went out into he went for a walk and started looking at the trees to get ideas, you know. All right, so I think I see a clump right here in the front, and then I see one here, and then I see these little ones up here to get like a layer, okay? You want to layer it in there. And then I got, of course, this one down here, then one here. All right, that looks good to me. See how I didn't want to kill all the dark color, but that looks pretty good. I really like it. You could go one more color if you want with white, if you want to hit, but really just a few spots of white. Maybe where like the sun is maybe hitting the most, like here and here with the white highlight. All right, guys, that's all I'm going to do today because there's a lot left to finish in here, but I got to eat some breakfast, man. Looks pretty good for a Friday morning painting. I could see that hanging in somebody's bathroom, maybe. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I still got to finish the river coming down. There's a lot. But there's a lot of good things in here I did, like the shadow and the layering of the colors of that tree was the main thing. And these rocks and the waterfall. So when you do a waterfall, you have to bring your level of water down to here now. So you have to put some rocks on either side of the waterfall. The level of the ground is up here now, over here, and then it dropped down to here. So that would put that tree like on a hill, kind of. Yeah, it'll sell. You're right, Daniel. I marked these now on the back. I mark them on the back the day I painted them on YouTube, and the time, everything. That way, if someone buys it, they can, they can go watch how I painted it. Yeah. In fact, that's what I'm doing for the next couple weeks. I'm going through all the paintings because I just started doing that, marking them. I got to go through and mark every painting Find out what day I painted it. It's going to be a lot of work, man. But the next, I'm going to be doing some videos starting where I'm taking a painting I did like from months ago that I never finished, and I'm going to start adding things to them. I'll make a few. I'll probably be able to do 2 or 3 of them on a live at a time. Just going to add more stuff to them. I think it'll be pretty fun. That's so you don't ever want to seal a painting unless you know it's done all the way. Because once you put a seal on it, the painting, you can't paint on top of it anymore because it'll just like wash right off. It won't lay on there. It protects the painting from water, protects it from anything. You could either do a glossy finish or a matte finish. I'm trying to look where I have my stuff, but I don't see it. All right, that's another video. All right, thanks everybody. I like those clouds. Real simple clouds, but look how they come out. See how I drag the white underneath the blue underneath, and then it's called transparent. It's getting transparency. It mixes in with the blue, and then you automatically get like a shadow underneath your clouds by pulling the white and making the white more transparent. Pretty cool trick. Oh, I never finished the tree. Come on, guys. So I'm going to finish around the edge of the tree. I want more leaves. See how I did these earlier on the edge? It looks like leaves hanging off. So I'm going to do that a few over here. Now you can either use the dark color that you originally started with to make like, whoops, oh, I got some light color on there. You could use like the dark color that you used from the beginning of the painting. I got light color on there. Let me rinse that brush off. It just creates like leaves up on around the top part, so it's not so smooth up there. It's like that. Makes it look cool. Gotta get rid of that now. Like a light spot there. Alright guys, that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna have some breakfast. Cool tree with some shade underneath it. Wow. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Daniel.